The following is a presentation of the HAN Network, the leader for local news, sports, and more in southwestern Connecticut.
The HAN Network, game number 2 of the FCIAC quarterfinals as the number 1 Trumbull Eagles take to the court now against the underdog 8th-seeded Staples Wreckers. Frank Renito and John Kovach sitting along courtside as the Wreckers win the opening tip in hopes of handing the Eagles only their second loss this season. And if it's anything like we saw in our first game, John, we're in for quite a matchup today.
Ward holds on for the 47-46 victory over Norwalk. They await the winner. They handed Trumbull their only loss just really a few days ago. You know Trumbull won another shot at them. These teams met in a regular season, Trumbull with a 54-31 victory over the Wreckers.
Staples comes in 12-7 on the season. 9-7 in the conference, good enough for the 8th seed. The Eagles 19-1. 15-1 in FCIAC play. That only lost just 2 weeks ago to Fairfield Ward. They started the season 17-0, John, before that loss. As the starting 5 for both teams, as we have seen a minute-long possession to start here for the Wreckers. They have.
We did not go a minute without a foul or turnover in the first game.
Inside, the shot no good, and Ginny Garrig comes down with the rebound. Ellen Fair trying to go to the rack, and she draws the foul. The 5 on the floor for Coach Paco Fabian include Ellen Fair, Olivia Troy, Ginny Garrig, Ariana Garrig, and Julia Brower.
Early foul, Frank, is on Taylor Brown of the Eagles, her first team's first. Sends Ellen Fair to the line, shooting 2.
Fair hits the first one. Starting for the Eagles will be Claudia Tucci, Aisling McGuire, Julia Keckler, Victoria Ray, and Taylor Brown. As Fair 2 for 2 from the line. Nice to see a couple of made free throws after what we saw at the end of that last
Forgot
game.
what that looked like, Frank.
Oh, man. As they go inside early on, Garrig with the first block of the night. They wanted Claudia Tucci. As the Eagles wasting no time trying to get to the rack versus a very patient offense for the Wreckers here, just 90 seconds in.
Swarming defense by the Eagles early on.
Brower with it, and now the freshman Ariana Garrig gets her first touch.
Very aggressive, Trumbull right now.
As Aisling and Keckler have to switch, they try to go down low to Garrig. Just couldn't connect on that pass. And that's something we expect to see, John. When they get those switch off of picks, Garrig is going to have a major height advantage down low when guarded by the guards, Keckler and McGuire.
Second straight possession ending in a turnover by Trumbull.
Fair goes off the glass. She's quickly got 4 points as the Wreckers jump out to an early lead. Brown with it, down to the corner, and spotting up for 3 and knocking it down. That time was Julia Keckler. And finally a foul called. Both coaches very vocal and out on the court early on in this one, John. Here's Troy controlling. Olivia Troy and Julia Brower, the senior captains for the Wreckers. Ellen Fair, the sophomore, has done all of their scoring through the first 2 minutes as this one deflected and recollected now.
Staples being very patient.
Going down low, they wanted Gehrig again. That pass might have been forced inside. Three-pointer, no good this time, and the rebound controlled by Taylor Brown as Victoria Ray will slow it down now, John.
They're being a little more deliberate. They're working the perimeter, but leaning heavy on the three, Trumbull so far.
As Tucci coming off a pick, she knocks down the three. Now a pass taken away, Victoria Ray couldn't get it to go. Loose ball, and coming up with it is Keckler. She's quickly double teamed and draws a foul. High intensity and emotions right now at the start of this one, John.
Staples coach Paco Fabian right on the official on that call on Olivia Troy, her first, team's first.
4:08 remaining, Trumbull with a 6-4 lead. As Ray's gonna step into a three. No good, and Ariana Gehrig with the rebound. And look at the freshman run the floor, but she can't get the bucket to go. Looking to grab her own rebound. Is it a foul or no? A jump ball. Possession arrow pointing to the Eagles. I'm seeing a couple fouls in the last minute now, John, but a much cleaner start in the sense of play not being as sloppy compared to what we saw in game one today.
No, we haven't seen the turnovers or the missed shots. We now know that you can make a shot to our right down at the lobby end of this gym.
As Ariana Gehrig, the freshman, called for a push there.
Her first, team second.
Good move by Taylor Brown, putting that one on the floor. Looking to make a move to the rack. 3:49, and here's Ray up top running the offense. We talked about it before our first game as they go down low to Tucci, and now a foul on Virginia Gehrig. You have to have strong guard play, John, if you're going to be successful in this tournament. And with Victoria Ray as the quarterback of this offense, and then McGuire and Keckler, this is a very talented backcourt for the Trumbull Eagles.
Oh, obviously you don't run off as many wins in a row as they have without a ton of talent. Tucci hits the first.
As Kristen Pagliaro checks into the game now to replace Victoria Ray. 7-4 the score, and now Taylor Brown the rebound off the miss. Fans wanted a carry, but the ball never lies as it finds the hand of Ellen Fair. There's Ariana Gehrig trying to go inside. Sent it to her sister Virginia, but it was blocked from behind by Claudia Tucci. Now running the floor, she wants it in transition, but called for the travel, will wave the basket off.
This is one aggressive team, this Trumbull Eagles.
As Nicole Deans checks in for the Eagles. Excuse me, for the Wreckers.
Trumbull with the press, and a travel into backcourt, called on Fair. Early on, Trumbull beginning to impose its will.
This is the 1-8 matchup in the FCIAC tournament. Trumbull the 1 seed. The Wreckers number 8. Game number 2 of the HAN Network's 4 broadcasts we will have for you this afternoon. We travel to Ridgefield following the conclusion of this game as Brady Ann Lynch picks up her first 2 points of the night.
Trumbull right to the two-man press. Staples breaks it, gives it right away, Frank.
And just forcing some passes down low right now. As McGuire shake and bake down low. Couldn't get it off the baseline. Lynch the rebound. Had it rejected by Gehrig. Fair had it for a moment. Now it's bounced around and finally Dentst has it. And she'll send over to Ellen Fair, who slows things down. Guarded tightly by Keckling. Bauer looks to set a screen. And here's Troy with it. Cross court look. Outside Fair, she spots up the deep three. No good. Troy, the offensive rebound, dribbled it off at foot, and now a battle down low, and a jump ball will go Staples' way. Amanda Troelstra, a name we remember from the Rutgers volleyball team in the fall, will spell Virginia Gehrig here with 1:59 to play in the first. 9-4 advantage for Trumbull.
Seeing a lot of subs here on the Trumbull side. They can stay this aggressive for long stretches by keeping fresh legs coming in.
This one comes all the way across the court, and it was read beautifully and taken away. Pagliaro's pass went behind McGuire, but it's turned right back over, and Victoria Ray will slow things down for Coach Tobish. Tucci's going to spot up a three, nothing but net, and a quick timeout taken by Coach Fabian with 1:25 remaining in the first. It's a 12-4 Eagles advantage. You're watching the HAN Network, your home for FCIAC Sports.
Give your day a jumpstart with the latest news, sports, weather, and more on Coffee Break, live on the HAN Network, weekdays at 11 a.m. Connecticut news doesn't get any more local than on Coffee Break.
Back on the HAN Network, Frank Renito and John Kovach. Staples led 4-0 at one point in time. We've seen a 12-0 Trumbull Eagles run since that.
9 of those on 3 3-pointers. Trumbull not shy about putting it up from outside the arc.
This one goes all the way across. They've been very aggressive with the press, and it has worked out. It's another turnover here. Now it's McGuire running the length of the court, but a good job by Fair in transition as she sent that one back. Ariana Gehrig, the freshman, to the rack, and she draws a foul and will head to the line for two. Freshman has been very aggressive when given the opportunity to run in transition. She earns herself a trip to the charity stripe.
Victoria Ray called for the foul, her first, team's third.
As Gehrig good on the first. Continue to see subs roll through for both teams early on. Gehrig no good, and Brown skies through to pick up that board. Inside to Lynch. She tries to go up strong. Good defense that time from Troelstra. All put on the floor momentarily, and we have our third jump ball of the first quarter.
It's gotten unsettled, really, since the opening minute.
That was Sophie Smith dribbling a little bit out of control. And unsettled is the right word to use, almost playing too fast for their own good at the moment. I liked when Staples came out that opening possession and just held the ball for a minute.
They were very deliberate, but now Trumbull is dictating the pace, and obviously dictating the pace that befits them.
But that is one thing they will have to stop doing. As Lipinski comes up with a steal, it hasn't even been offensive rebounds. It's in transition in the backcourt that Trumbull's come up with 3 or 4 steals already. Taylor Brown for 3. No good. And the rebound to Ellen Fair. Five seconds in the quarter as Fair working on Ray, spins to her right, throws an off-balance shot up. No good, and that'll do it for the first. Staples led 4-0, a 12-0 run by Trumbull. And a free throw from Ariana Garrick makes us a 12-5 Eagles lead at the end of one. We'll be back with the second quarter of action right after this on the HAN Network.
Fresh start to the new year by shaking up your meal routine. Walter Stewart's Market is your local source for a delicious selection of fresh and convenient salad shakers, like Southwest salad with chicken, Cobb with organic chicken, Power Vegan with fruit and quinoa, Greek salad with tabbouleh, and grilled shrimp with hominy. Grab one from our salad case or order from our deli today. Walter Stewart's Market, 229 Elm Street, New Canaan, or shop online at stewartsmarket.com.
We're back on the HAN Network. Frank Granito, John Kovach. Game number 2 of the FCIAC quarterfinals for girls basketball. Fairfield Ward knocked off number 4 Norwalk in our opening game. We'll have Stanford and Danbury and Ridgefield and Greenwich to follow this from the Ridgefield High School. Here's Ellen Fair now as the Wreckers start with possession in the second quarter, trailing number 1 Trumbull by 7. John, what did you see in that first quarter that the Wreckers need to change if they're going to pull off an upset today?
Well, they need to slow it down, but Trumbull plays such a frenetic defense that Staples can't. Trumbull's in your face all the time, forcing you to do something, and it might not be the right thing. It might be a bad decision, but they're going to make you make a decision.
Is this one kicked to the quarter? Ariana Garrick for 3, no good off the front rim. Good fundamentals as Tucci boxed out on that one, allowing for the rebound.
Staples has also gone ice cold from the field.
And a foul called by Fair, much to the disagreement of the Wreckers section.
Olivia Troy, her second, team's 4th.
Ray up top. Wreckers have gone to the 2-3 zone. Spins one inside, and Tucci off the glass converts.
That's when everything's falling for you, Frank.
Just a great look inside, though, from Ray. She will facilitate this offense. Garrick up top, and that's going to be a travel.
And it's just that hounding
it's
defense.
Right
yeah,
now.
I
They
mean,
can't breathe no
no.
matter where they are on the court. They're just as tight on the press as they are with almost a half-court trap, essentially. As the Eagles are turning defense to offense with a 9-point lead, they try to make it 12. No good, as Brown's three-point attempt came up short. And this one bounces out of bounds as the Wreckers take over.
And Trumbull stays with the press.
Skying for that one is Sophie Smith, the junior. Nothing going easy right now for the Wreckers. Job by Troy to get that one in, as Fair needs help with the trap coming. Down low to Smith. Troy inside, and she draws the foul.
Second on Victoria Ray. 4th on Trumbull. Troy shooting 2. First one's off the front of the rim. And that is where Staples is hurting itself, is missed shots both from the line and from the field. Troy shooting the second. That one's in, nothing but net there. 14-6, Trumbull by 8, coming up on 6 to go.
foul called here. Staples, a big bounce back year though, John. They missed the FCIAC tournament last season and missed the Class LL state tournament by half a game. They have solidified a spot in the state tournament this year. They're currently ranked 22nd in the field. Went from 7-13 to 12-7 this year. As inside, Tucci converts again. And she is getting a lot of consideration for Player of the Year, John.
And you can see why. She's turned nothing into something on a couple of trips up here.
Good move by Garrick, collecting that one, and she converts. That was Virginia with her first 2 points of the night. As battling for the rebound, and Tucci comes away with it. Outside, good ball movement. Brown's open in the corner, but the three no good.
Third opportunity now for Trumbull on this possession.
And this one turned away now as Ariana Garrick has it. Had help, but she's going to go all the way to the rack and can't convert. The freshman not shy about taking it through the part of the defense.
Well, it might be what you need to do because Trumbull's not letting you get any ball movement or set up any offense. They're not letting you breathe.
As she splits the defense this time, but too strong off the glass. Up ahead, here's Keckler. Goes over to the right side. All the way across, Taylor Brown. Keckler in the corner. They're trying to dump it down to Tucci.
Yeah, but they've shown they'll take the three too. They're not gonna force it. They'll pop up a three if they can.
Mid-range jumper off the mark. Ariana with the rebound. As McGuire missed that time and Keckler whistled for the blocking foul. And I tell you who was special to watch on those possessions there. For me was Kelly O'Leary. It's the first time that we got to see the sophomore. And she's got a lot of Victoria Ray in her. You can tell she's learning from being under the senior, but firing passes around, and it's just the quickness on it, John. Catch right away, and it's so lethal against the zone defense.
Crisp is what is, I think, what you're looking for, but the definition of crisp. Now, they signal a foul. They never put it up on the board, and then there was a timeout.
There was not a foul, actually. I thought
so they got the timeout called in time.
So 4 minutes remaining as we are halfway through the second quarter. It is a 16-8 Trumbull lead.
Trumbull's really done what they've wanted since Staples got out to that early lead. But you look at this Staples team, it's a very young team. Troy a senior, Virginia Garrick a senior.
Three-pointer off the mark. And now
but you see a lot of underclassmen out there. Well, let them play for that.
It's a program that, going back to last season, they're trending up. They're rebuilding and doing it the right way. And most importantly, their young players, John, are playing with such a high confidence right now. It's only going to make them better as they continue through their career.
Nicole Dienst called for the foul. That's the 6th against Staples. Trumbull will be in the bonus. They're gaining experience. You're going to take your lumps.
As Brown walks the end line and gets one to rim all the way around and down. First 2 points of the night for Taylor Brown. This is the 2017 FCIAC Championships. Quarterfinal number 2 as Brown comes away with the steal. Down low to Tucci. She goes into the paint, tries to go up through contact and draws the foul. I've talked about guard play, John, being so important and the teams with the better guards or guards at the top of the league. What we're seeing right now is a lackadaisical effort from the Rutgers guards as they have got to be much more careful controlling the ball, bringing it up court.
I don't know that
in the backcourt right now.
But I don't know if I blame their effort. I think I attribute that to an aggressive and very well played Trumbull defense. I think they're working to bring it up. They just don't have time to do anything.
Tucci off the mark on the second. Good job by the freshman to grab that rebound for the Wreckers.
They're trying to walk this fine line between deliberate and picking up the pace, and Staples is forcing them, or sorry, Trumbull is forcing them to be more aggressive than they really want to or can be.
There's another ball put on the floor. They scrum for it. And the jump ball arrow staying with the Wreckers with 2:39. Correction, it is pointing to the Trumbull Eagles, so another turnover by the Wreckers. Good job by Brower there.
Held her ground. They were trying to make that a one-touch backdoor pass to the baseline, and Brower just cut that off and took it.
As Gehrig with it, looking for help. Still has her dribble, slows things down, and now fair resets. There's Fair with it, all the way to the baseline. Sends up an errant shot, it's off the mark. Loose ball here, and the rebound controlled by the Eagles. Running in transition, going up off the glass, and drawing the foul that time was the junior Jess Lipinski. And she will head to the line to shoot two with 1:52 remaining in quarter number one. Excuse me, quarter number two.
Third foul on Ariana Gehrig, excuse me.
Lipinski off the mark with the first. Troelstra will replace Denst, and Virginia will replace her younger sister, Ariana. Lipinski knocks down the second, her first point of the night. Eagles staying with the press. And Brower in trouble, throwing one to an area. And a timeout wisely taken by Coach Tobish. We'll step aside as well. 1:47 remaining, a 12-point Trumbull Eagle lead on the home of FCIAC Sports, the HAN Network.
On time, done right, safe and reliable. MrHandymanCT.com.
Let our satisfied customers tell it.
I have called Mr. Handyman for every reason, every occasion, every broken item, every leak. They have bailed me out on many occasions, and I would recommend them to anyone.
For any project, large or small.
MrHandymanCT.com.
Back on the HAN Network, Frank Granito and John Kovac. From Norwalk High School, as we're bringing you the FCIAC quarterfinals in girls basketball. Number one Trumbull with a 20-8 lead. This was a Trumbull team that started the season 17-0 before falling to Fairfield Ward back on February 10th. That same Ward team that knocked off Norwalk 47-46 in our first game this afternoon to advance to the semifinals. A little less drama in this one early on as the Wreckers still trying to get into double digits with under 90 seconds remaining in the first half.
I mean, it's just been all Trumbull since the 1 minute mark of the first quarter.
Brower's shot failing to get enough height to reach the rim that time. The lead sits at 12 now. And They haven't done it. Trumbull's done a very good job, John, of mixing and matching their lineup combinations, but you get the sense that they could honestly go 2 platoon with the numbers that Coach Tobish is using right now.
I can't tell when he's got his starters on the court, when he's got his backups, because it's the same speed all the time. Second foul on Nicole Dienst. That the 9th on Staples.
Taylor Brown heads to the line with 59 seconds remaining as the Eagles into the bonus. Another sub here. See Megan Lesko, the sophomore, for the first time tonight. Brown hits the first. (21-8) the score. No good on the second. Fair the rebound for Staples.
Trumbull pulls back the press with a minute to go in this first half.
Down low on the baseline. Dienst opens herself up and she knocks down the 12-footer. Here's McGuire with it. Looking for help. It's back outside to Brown. Lesko in the corner. Good job by Brown to use that reach and keep that one from sailing into the backcourt. Down to 15 seconds remaining in the half. Finding herself open in the corner is Keckler, no good. Terelstra the rebound. Fair, almost walked. There's 6 seconds remaining, they gotta go. Trying to cross over to the left, through the paint, had it blocked. As Brown comes up with it, and they are content to take this one into the half, leading 21-10. Staples held to 5 points in both quarters. Trumbull only scoring 9 in the second. It's an 11-point lead for the number 1 seed.
They scored 9, but it seemed like they scored 30. They were just so relentless on offense. I mean, this team knows one gear, and they're just going to run you over, and they're going to run you over very, very fast.
An exciting first half as number 1 Trumbull with an 11-point lead. Let's step aside, throw it over to our own Kate Chaplensky, who has got an HAN in-game news update.
I'm Kate Chaplensky, and this is your in-game news update on the HAN Network, bringing you the latest local news for Saturday, February 18th. A Florida man is facing charges after Stratford police say he robbed a bank and then attempted a second robbery. 55-year-old Keith Abel of Florida was arrested on Friday. Police said Abel was arrested after robbing a Webster Bank location of $1,200 and then attempting to rob a Walgreens pharmacy. Police said Abel was taken into custody in Milford after he crashed a car that was stolen from South Carolina. Police said no weapons were displayed during those robberies and nobody was injured. Police said the investigation into the robberies is ongoing. And a Fairfield man faces charges after he went into his ex-girlfriend's house in Easton late Thursday night in what is being described by police as in a rage. 46-year-old Mark Steinfeld of Bloomfield Drive in Fairfield parked his car behind his ex-girlfriend's vehicle, got out and began yelling and swearing in the driveway as well as on the rear deck, according to Easton police. He then broke a snow shovel and struck the window on the rear door, almost breaking it. As Steinfeld stood on the rear deck, he was threatening to break the window when his ex opened the door. When Steinfeld entered the kitchen, he pushed a water glass off of the counter and shattered. He continued to yell and scream obscenities not only at his ex-girlfriend but also at her children. Steinfeld finally exited the house, entered his vehicle, subsequently striking his ex-girlfriend's vehicle on the rear bumper before he drove away. Police couldn't find Steinfeld Thursday night but located him Friday and took him into custody. And in New Canaan, a fire in a duplex house at 6 River Street in New Canaan, which was vacant and under renovation, was extinguished by New Canaan firefighters Friday afternoon, and thankfully no one was injured. Fire was found to be within a wall of one of the units in the 2-story structure, according to Fire Chief Jack Hennessy, who was on scene and in command. Smoke filled the attic as was seen billowing out of the peak vents and second-story windows. Hennessy said firefighters broke through some interior walls and used a hose to put down the fire, then used fans to clear out the smoke. The cause of that fire is under investigation. And the Ridgefield Education Foundation has donated $10,000 to help fund the high school's new Unified Sports program. Unified Sports is a Special Olympics program designed to teach athletes with or without special needs inclusivity during training and competition. According to the foundation, teams are placed in competitive divisions based upon their skill and abilities and range from training divisions with a skill learning focus to high-level competition. Superintendent Karen Baldwin said the high school will offer volleyball in the spring as well as 2 seasons of sports next fall. Those sports haven't yet been announced. In addition to the grant funding, the program is costing the district about $8,000 in next year's budget. The district has begun interviews to hire Unified Sports coaches. And finally, there was a successful rescue Thursday morning in Greenwich. Members of the Greenwich Fire Department's Engine 8 rescued a deer Thursday morning that was stuck between a fence and a stone wall on Mountain Wood Drive. The Greenwich professional firefighters shared the video of the rescue on Facebook. It took some time to free the deer, but once it was free, it ran off seemingly uninjured. So a happy ending there. That does it for this in-game news update. For the latest local news, sports, and more, watch Coffee Break 11. This update was brought to you
At the Milford Bank, we offer an extensive selection of lending products and services to meet virtually any need. Submit your application online in our Mortgage Web Center. Start to finish, you can apply for a loan in as little as 10 minutes. Our knowledgeable and helpful staff are available to meet with you at your convenience. To learn more about what we can do for you, stop by one of our Milford Bank offices or visit us at milfordbank.com. The Milford Bank, always there. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Have a sports injury or slip and fall that needs immediate care? Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care gives you direct access to an orthopedic specialist fast, without an appointment. Basketball, hockey, skiing, whatever the sports injury is, sprain or fracture, Coastal Ortho Express can help. Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care, open Monday through Saturday, now in 2 locations. The iPark Building at 761 Main Avenue in Norwalk and 36 Old Kings Highway South in Darien. Or go to coastalorthoexpress.com, like them on Facebook.
Want a new experience in car buying? Scap Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram with one of the largest inventories of new 2- and 4-door Wranglers. We are Connecticut's Wrangler headquarters. Come visit our new Ram Truck Center. Browse our websites, scapchryslerjeep.com or scapdodge.net to find the new Jeep, Chrysler Dodge car, minivan, or Ram truck you've been looking for. Just 2 miles from both I-95 or the Merritt Parkway exit 44. Save thousands at the President's Day event and Ram Truck Month, now through February 28th.
Well, there's still a bite out on the water. Most anglers have decided to stow the gear for the winter. Just because Mother Nature isn't cooperating doesn't mean you can't see the latest models of all your favorite gear. With 2 convenient locations, it couldn't be easier to get your fix of summer. Boater, beach bum, fisherman, or simply love the New England coast, this is a unique place to shop. The Dock Shop, 51 Tokenique Road, Darien, 609 Riverside Avenue, Westport, or on the web, dockshop.com.
It's all about meeting goals this year, and Trinity CrossFit of Ridgefield has experienced trainers, top-of-the-line equipment, and a newly renovated space to help get you there. Offering more classes per day than any other CrossFit gyms in the area, we cater to all fitness levels. Our coaches have a combined 10 years of experience in CrossFit, and as competitors themselves, Trinity coaches can get you ready for competition in 2017. Visit our convenient location on Route 7, Danbury Road, or find out more at trinitycrossfit.com.
We told Dad he could have his office back if he sold 150 cars last month.
Deal's a deal.
Well, Dad, you did it. You get your office back.
Forget it. I'm having too much fun down here. My new goal, 160 cars.
Wow.
Folks, if you ever wanted a great price on a new Nissan, now is the time.
Right now, lease a 2017 Altima 2.5S for only $99 a month.
Isn't it time you got Millerized?
At InSports Trumbull, the game is always on inside. Recently renovated and home to one of Connecticut's largest indoor turf fields, InSports is a multi-sport recreation center providing state-of-the-art facilities for league play, camps, and youth programs. Sign your child up now for InSports Future Stars Basketball Academy, teaching skills on the basketball court for boys and girls ages 5 through 9. Visit InSportsCenters.com for more information on this 7-week program. And for adults, spots are also still available for our men's 30 and over and 40 and over leagues. Like and follow us on Facebook.
Whether you're looking for the freshest seafood, the perfect steak, or want to share delicious appetizers, look no further than the Stone's Throw in Seymour. Chef Peter Hom has more than 30 years of experience creating original recipes in his American eclectic style. Our dishes are made from scratch with fresh, local ingredients that pair perfectly with a seasonal craft beer, a signature cocktail, or your favorite wine. When you visit our Riverside location, you'll feel like you're on vacation when you're only a stone's throw from home. Visit us on Roosevelt Drive in Seymour or at StonesThrowCT.com.
Thank you and welcome back. Second half coming up. It's the number 1 Trumbull Eagles with a 21-10 lead over the number 8 Staples Wreckers. Game number 2 of the HAN's coverage of all 4 quarterfinal games for you. We'll have the 3-6 and 2-7 games this afternoon from Ridgefield. And John, that first half, I thought a lot of what we expected to see.
Trumbull is showing everybody that they're number 1. They just got that nudge from Ward, who handed them their first loss of the year. Some might view that you get the loss off your back. And maybe you realize, hey, we haven't won anything yet. We've got to prove it. They're playing like they have something to prove. They have not let this young Staples team breathe.
And that's really it. It's only an 11-point game right now, but truthfully, it could be much more as Trumbull had open looks similar to that one right there as Fair's off the mark.
It's 11, but it feels like 40.
And we've preached since the fall season, and it's the same for every sport, John. Turnovers can ruin you, and that was the case in that first half. As Brower comes up with the steal here, good job with the trap defense. And it was turnovers in the backcourt, though, off of defensive rebounds and not expecting or the lack of awareness in Eagles players sneaking up behind the Wreckers.
They jump you from unexpected angles when they're on defense. They're just constantly harassing the ball. Nice look there by Staples. They get nothing as Troy misses the shot but get a second chance.
Fair steps back and she knocks down the 3. Lead back down to single digits.
I mean, it's only an 8-point game right now, Frank, and yet Staples hasn't gotten anything moving yet. Foul on Brower from the Wreckers. Her second, first by the team. Tucci hits her first.
Claudia Tucci had 12 points in that first half. That led all scorers. Only one Wrecker has more than 5 points. Check that. Only one Wrecker has more than 3 points, John. That is Ellen Fair.
Tucci misses the second. And Tucci had, Tucci misses the second. Tucci had 6 on 2 threes early on.
As Brower spots up from the free throw line. It's no good. And Ray collects the rebound. Keckler going to the rack. No foul there as she can't get that one to go. Gehrig's going to go to the length of the floor, and she gets that one to fall. Ariana Gehrig, the freshman, converts. The lead at 7. And Denst is called for the hand check.
And that's her third. If Staples is going to press, which they've had some success with, they've got to do it cleaner. They tend to get called for fouls.
Inside, McGuire's on the board for the first time tonight. (24-15). Ariana Gehrig with it, guarded by Taylor Brown. Had it taken away by McGuire, and Fair can collect the loose ball. 5:30 to go in the third quarter. Go to Brower, she spots up the mid-range jumper, no good. Offensive rebound and the putback off the mark. Battle for the ball, and they will say last touch by Victoria Ray. It will stay with the Wreckers.
Again, we'll bring you the second doubleheader. Frank will be on his way up to Ridgefield as soon as this one's over.
Join Kevin Coleman.
And then we'll have the semifinals on Tuesday night.
That's right. We'll have all of the playoff games for you in boys basketball, girls basketball, boys and girls ice hockey. On the home of FCIAC Sports, the HAN Network. If you haven't done so yet, you should download the HAN Network app so you do not miss a moment of the postseason here. Available in the Google and Apple Store. As Brower inside. That one off the mark, and Ray collects the rebound. Make sure to follow us via Twitter, Facebook, and Snapchat at HAN.network. A 9-point Eagles lead. As they go inside, McGuire almost shocked with how much space she had, but couldn't convert on that bucket. As Fair going to go up through contact, no foul called. That's her own rebound. Outside, Brower's no good, and Tucci grabs this one. I think we've seen a more lackadaisical mentality, or not lackadaisical, that's the wrong word, John. A more lenient approach from the officials in this game as they are letting the girls play. And it has been physical from the start.
It has been very physical. We've had a couple of scrums on the floor. And on cue, they call a foul.
That was definitely a foul. Good job by Tucci to finish through contact after crossing over Brower at the free throw line.
Fair called for the foul, her first, team's third. I will say Staples having a really good quarter thus far.
3:48 remaining, the lead back up to double digits. And Coach Fabian is going to take a timeout. We'll step aside as well. 26-15, Trumbull on the HAN Network.
If you're watching this broadcast, you're not alone. The HAN Network is available for 200,000 Connecticut cable customers on the Frontier Network, and we've also reached more than 2 million viewers on our free live streaming sports, news, and entertainment broadcasts. To reach our rapidly growing audience, Contact Advertising Director Jessica Murrin at 203-273-7312 or email jessica@han.network.
Welcome back to Norwalk High School. Frank Granito and John Kovac sitting courtside this afternoon for the HAN Network with 3:48 remaining in the third quarter, an 11-point Trumbull lead. Claudia Tucci looking to convert the and one opportunity to bring her up to 16 points and bring the lead back to 12.
And there's the press from Trumbull.
Foul called there, and that's the downside to how aggressive Trumbull has been playing defensively. If you're beaten off the dribble at any point in time, you're susceptible to that hand check or the bump, which the officials have been calling since the start of that first game as Garrick pops off a screen and knocks down the jumper. I like the game that the freshman's been playing, John, and it'll be exciting to see what she brings to this team for the next 3 years. There's a foul called here on Troy.
That's her third, team's fourth.
Senior captain playing in what could be her last FCIAC game. But again, as we mentioned, the Wreckers have qualified for this year's state tournament. Three-pointer on the way, knocks it down as Julie Keckler, her first point since that first quarter. It's Fair trying to work through the double team and a foul called here. Second foul on Victoria Ray. Only the third team foul. And some subs coming here from both sides. Claudia Tucci. And Victoria Ray will head for the bench. So if you're Staples, John, you got to think a big opportunity here. Two of the better players for this Trumbull Eagles lineup on the bench, but obviously depth is not an issue for the Eagles.
No, they just, it's almost like a hockey team with two number one lines. They just keep switching on the fly, and they never slow down.
Brown spots up a three. Gets it to go, and a timeout spent by Coach Fabian. 33-17. All Eagles right now is the number one team, dominating. 2:35 remaining. We'll step aside and be right back on the HAN Network.
Get a fresh start to the new year by shaking up your meal routine. Walter Stewart's Market is your local source for a delicious selection of fresh and convenient salad shakers, like Southwest salad with chicken, Cobb with organic chicken, Power Vegan with fruit and quinoa, Greek salad with tabbouleh, and grilled shrimp with hominy. Grab one from our salad case or order from our deli today. Walter Stewart's Market, 229 Elm Street, New Canaan, or shop online at stewartsmarket.com.
Back on the HAN Network. A lead, the largest of the afternoon. 16 in favor of the number one seed, and they are showing no signs, John, of pulling off the press.
I will say this has been a better quarter for Staples. They've been able to do a little more of what they want to do.
Good job there, getting it inside as Sophie Smith gets on the board for the first time today. A whistle here, the ace wrap on Brady Ann Lynch's leg has come undone.
So they'll use this to make a number of changes here at Trumbull.
Almost a lucky break there. It looked like Lynch was very close to traveling. Picked her head up trying to pass and no one there as McGuire's alone in the corner. That has not been the spot for the Eagles tonight. They are 0 for 4 from that left corner now. Good defense coming from Smith. Brown outside, draws the double team, finds Keckler, who's going to step into a three. No good in the rebound to Ellen Fair. All the way around is Troy. Fair. That's a 2. No good. Rebound to Sophie Smith. She can't get that second effort to go. Brown up ahead for Tucci. Sees the mismatch, takes it to the rack. No good. Tough play from the sophomore Ellen Fair to stand through that one. Reverse layup. Nice touch from Olivia Troy.
Pretty ball movement there by the Wreckers, who have done a better job of getting through this Trumbull defense in this third quarter.
Pagliaro with that hop step inside, and a foul called. She'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Third foul on Brower. 5th on the Wreckers.
33-21 lead for Trumbull with a minute remaining in the third quarter. Nice play by Ray. Get that one inside to Tucci.
Draw another foul.
At this point in time, the strategy might have to be just tie up both of her arms, let her beat you from the free throw line.
Sophie Smith called for the foul, her first.
Trumbull Eagles now into the bonus. I had a feeling you were going to say that.
Yeah, it was good. You picked that up well.
Troy comes up with a steal. That one is too far out in front as they look to go in transition, connecting with Fair. .48 seconds to play. Ray splits a double team, gains half court. As the Eagles now swinging this one all the way around. Pagliaro went down after the shot, no call, and it's off the mark. I'll say last touch by the Eagles, so with 30 seconds to play. In the third quarter, Staples takes over, and again, John, both teams just rolling through the depth chart.
They change frequently, and they play a lot of girls. And I think it allows the aggressive defense that we see from Trumbull.
Troy with it, working off the screen and leaves for Ariana Garrig. Inside to Brower. 12 seconds on the clock. Fair goes up off the glass. But she'll earn a trip to the charity stripe, where she will shoot 2 free throws, with more changes to come as Sophie Smith and Amanda Troelstra getting set to check back in.
Third foul on Keckler, but only the third on the Wreckers in this, or on the Eagles in this second half.
7 players getting set to change hands now, with 11 seconds remaining in the quarter. Just under 2 hours away from game number 3 on the HAN network. That'll be the number 3 Stanford Black Knights, the defending conference champions. Against the number 6 Danbury Hatters, followed by Ridgefield and Greenwich in a rematch from last year's FCIAC quarterfinals as well. McGuire hands to Brown. She's got 3, 2, 1 to get a shot off, as Ray does at the buzzer. Off the glass, no good. 33-23, number 1 on top as we head to the 4th and final quarter. You're watching the HAN Network's coverage of the FCIAC Championships on the home of FCIAC Sports, the HAN Network.
Want a new experience in car buying? Scap Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram with one of the largest inventories of new 2- and 4-door Wranglers. We are Connecticut's Wrangler headquarters. Come visit our new Ram Truck Center. Browse our websites, scapchryslerjeep.com or scapdodge.net to find the new Jeep, Chrysler Dodge car, minivan, or Ram truck. you've been looking for. Just 2 miles from both I-95 or the Merritt Parkway exit 44. Save thousands at the President's Day event and Ram Truck Month, now through February 28th.
Well, there's still a bite out on the water. Most anglers have decided to stow the gear for the winter. Just because Mother Nature isn't cooperating doesn't mean you can't see the latest models of all your favorite gear. With 2 convenient locations, it couldn't be easier to get your fix of summer. Boater, beach bum, fisherman, or simply love the New England coast, this is a unique place to shop. The Dock Shop, 51 Tokenique Road, Darien, 609 Riverside Avenue, Westport, or on the web, dockshop.com.
Back on the HAN Network, 8 minutes to overcome a 10-point deficit. As the Staples Wreckers looking to knock off the top-seeded Trumbull Eagles. Inside for Lynch, but the bucket won't count. There was a travel beforehand.
You know, sometimes when you're in a one-sided game, and I've been there with football, it's, you know, hey, can we win? Let's win this quarter. Well, Staples just won this quarter, 13-12, against top team in the state till a few days ago.
Question is now, can they win a quarter by at least 10 points?
Well, there you're getting a little steeper climb.
Well, they have been strong defensively, limiting Trumbull to only 33 points. Offense has been the struggle all afternoon. 23 on the board right now for the Wreckers. As they cannot get to the rack, but Gehrig finally breaking through the heart of the defense and earns a trip to the line. Just missing on a 3-point play.
First foul on Brady and Lynch.
Trumbull Eagles are in the bonus. As Gehrig picks up the first point of the fourth quarter. Can't get the second to fall on the rebound by Taylor Brown. Down in the corner, Tucci wants a 3, and she got it.
Her first 3 since the first quarter, and it comes at a time when Trumbull could use it to stretch a little bit to get it back to double digits.
Foul on McGuire.
Her first, team's 5th. Winners today will be in action Tuesday on the HAN Network from Fairfield Ludlow. Winner of this game will face Fairfield Ward, 47-46 winner over the Norwalk Bears earlier today.
What a game that was, too. Norwalk trailed early on. Big comeback in the second quarter. Took the lead in the third. Back and forth in the fourth. As Ellen Fair knocks down the 3. Sophomore doing everything she can to keep Staples in this one. Side for Tucci. And it's broken up by Brower.
Brower has shown really good game, I think. She's hustled both ends of the court, really established a presence underneath, hit shots from underneath and outside. She's playing well.
Tumbling to the floor is Claudia Tucci. Foul will go against Troelstra. So with 6:12 remaining, Tucci now shooting 1-and-1 opportunity.
Now we're in the bonus, so things will slow down a little bit. Tucci hits the first.
That is point number 20 on the night for the senior. Let's make it 21. The lead is 11. Trumbull showing no sign of letting up on the press. Almost a travel there. Coming up with it is Olivia Troy, though. That shot too far. Garrett keeps it in. Good job by Brown. Collect the rebound. A foul goes against Julia Brower. Her third. And this time it will be Taylor Brown to the line for free throws.
And as Brower's established her presence, she's racked up 4 fouls. Taylor Brown hits the first. And the second. You're good to do another doubleheader, Frank.
I'm excited. Get to see the defending state and FCIAC champions in action with the Stanford Black Knights and the number 2 seed Ridgefield Tigers taking on Danbury and Greenwich to wrap up our coverage of the girls' quarterfinals. Got a busy couple of weeks coming up on the HAN Network.
And what's next week look like?
Could be in Greenwich on Monday for boys hockey, with Darien and Greenwich essentially playing a play-in game for one of those final spots in the boys tournament. Tuesday night we've got the girls semifinals in basketball. Wednesday, the girls semifinals for hockey. Thursday, the FCIAC championship in girls basketball. And then Magnificent 7 Saturday.
You're gonna popularize use of that?
As Keckler converts the first free throw.
And foul was on Troy, her 4th, and the 9th on Staples. So we're to 2 shots with the next foul.
Lead to 15. A good job by the Eagles, converting both halves of each 1-and-1 opportunity as Sophie Smith knocks down the baseline jumper. Inside to Tucci, who goes up through contact. Troy put it on the floor, finds Ariana Garrett, goes to the Euro step, had it blocked from behind. It will stay with Staples. 42-29, 4:56 remaining.
Really excited about this week coming up. The number of places we're going to be, the number of games we're going to bring to the viewers. Really going to be a fun week.
Fun 2 weeks when you think about after that. We've got the boys semifinals and championships for both basketball and hockey.
Yep.
Running all the way through March 4th. On that Magnificent 7 Saturday, we will bring you all 4 boys quarterfinal games from Fairfield Ward, along with the girls FCIAC championship in hockey and the 2 quarterfinal matchups for the boys tournament from Terry Connors. Victoria Ray with it. They want to go inside. Tucci spins to her left. No good off the back iron. And Ray will wisely slow it down.
And even though those games will be going on consecutive at the same time, concurrently, next Saturday.
Inside to Tucci with the bucket waved off. Pagliaro called for the offensive foul. We'll be simulcasting those games via Facebook Live and on our normal HAN Network site. We'll have a game going on the FCIAC site as well. And we'll have all the information on where you can watch each game by the end of next week.
I'm just really excited by that prospect to be able to, you don't want to watch basketball, you want to watch hockey, you can watch the FCIAC hockey. You don't want to watch hockey, you want to watch basketball. You can choose that to give the viewers choice on that many games.
Well, you and I will be at Terry Connors for the girls FCIAC championship along with the boys quarterfinal games in hockey. I'm most excited that we're not going to miss out totally on the basketball action, and we'll have the ability to check in on those games.
Exactly.
Plenty to decide within the girls tournament before we get to that point. The Wreckers by no means out of this one yet. They trail by 12 with under 4 to play. If they're going to make a run, they'll have to do it soon. Much easier said than done, though, against this suffocating defense from Trumbull. We've just seen the pace of play slow down so much, though, these past 5 minutes or so, John. Lots of fouls being called. We're into the bonus now. No flow, and neither team with the ability to really run.
Staples now in the bonus, Trumbull in the double bonus. So every foul is going to be shots. Time you got to be in Ridgefield?
Whenever this one ends. I trust Kevin and Chris can get it done if I'm a little late. Don't tell them I said that. It's Garrick no good, and Tucci comes up with the rebound. Quickly up for Taylor Brown as she goes through contact, gets the bucket, and the foul. Brown up to 10 points on the game now. Now 11 as she knocks down the and one opportunity. As that one slips through the hands of Nicole Dinst. So another Staples turnovers.
Trumbull just starting to pull away, just starting to do what they do and finish the job.
As Ray lost her footing there trying to cross over. So the Eagles return the favor as this one turned back over. As we continue to see subs. Tuned in and out for both sides.
You know, it's a big deal for Staples just being here. They're playing in the FCIACs for the first time since 2010. So, you know, they're still alive with the states. They're trending right direction.
As we mentioned, a young team, but that the senior captain, Olivia Troy, knocking down the tray. The lead sits at 13. Brown isolated on Ariana Garrick, the senior versus the freshman. Nice pass down low. And Lynch able to finish. 47-32, 2:30 left to play. We'll step aside and be back with more high school hoops after this on the HAN Network.
We told Dad he could have his office back if he sold 150 cars last month.
Deal's a deal.
Well, Dad, you did it. You get your office back.
Forget it. I'm having too much fun down here. My new goal, 160 cars.
Wow.
Folks, if you ever wanted a great price on a new Nissan, now is the time.
Right now, lease a 2017 Altima 2.5S for only $99 a month.
Isn't it time you got Millerized?
At InSports Trumbull, the game is always on inside. Recently renovated and home to one of Connecticut's largest indoor turf fields, InSports is a multi-sport recreation center providing state-of-the-art facilities for league play, camps, and youth programs. Sign your child up now for InSports Future Stars Basketball Academy, teaching skills on the basketball court for boys and girls ages 5 through 9. Visit InSportsCenters.com for more information on this 7-week program. And for adults, spots are also still available for our men's 30 and over and 40 and over leagues. Like and follow us on Facebook.
2:31 left to play. Number 1 Trumbull holding a 15-point advantage over the 8th seeded Staples Wreckers. foul here. This one on Victoria Ray as Fair goes down right in front of the far side bleachers.
Ray's fourth, 8th on the team. Farrell shoot 1 and 1.
I've been very impressed with Ellen Fair and the sophomores' play through this point of the game, John. Carries herself with a maturity beyond her years and is only going to get better, especially having played in a game now with the pressure of the postseason against a team like Trumbull, where
exactly
you're not going to see this kind of defense every week in the FCIAC.
It's not fun to be on the wrong end of a game like this. But if you're an underclassman, you're gaining valuable experience.
That will be the 5th and final foul on Olivia Troy. Most likely the way her FCIAC career will end.
She played hard. She was involved in a lot this afternoon here in Norwalk. Again, we'll have the second half of the doubleheader coming at you later from Ridgefield High, where number 6 Danbury will take on number 3 Stamford, and number 7 Greenwich will take on number 2 Ridgefield. Again, Trumbull as the top seed would have had a home game, but the Class L wrestling tournament is there as we speak.
Brown 1 for 2 at the line. She's got 6 points this quarter. And John, I think Trumbull made a statement with this win today, and that was much too early to call this a win. There's an errant pass, sails out of bounds here. Trumbull's made a statement with their play today. I'm most excited to see Stamford and Ridgefield play. That was a great game, Ward and Norwalk. Really a pick'em game. It was such a toss-up. Stanford has been playing so well of late coming into this tournament. They're starting to find that championship groove again as McGuire takes this one all the way to the rack and finishes. Ridgefield, 2 years removed from an FCIAC championship, has got the makeup of a roster that can compete with Trumbull. We've seen them beat Stanford already this year. I've talked about guard play. Julia Middlebrook is the definition of that guard you want on the floor. Doesn't need to score 10, 15 points a night for you. She's going to run an offense.
Playmaker.
She's going to get she's going to keep everyone calm, put you in the right position. It's going to be a lot of fun moving forward beyond these games and through the rest of the tournament.
Oh, and then if this holds for the next minute 15 and you have Trumbull versus Ward on Tuesday night, as McGuire adds a pair. Trumbull Ward's going to be a fun game to watch because Trumbull's got unfinished business there.
Down on the floor, wrestling for the ball. As you see, starting lineup for the Eagles. Head for the bench. They get a well-deserved round of applause. Same going for many of the Staples players now as they check out. And some of the younger squad members will get their first taste of the FCIAC postseason.
What a great atmosphere it's been here since I walked in here at 10:30. People catching up with each other, people you haven't seen for years, and people you haven't seen since last year. But you got all these people that follow the FCIAC, that follow girls hoop, all in one building. That's why I really like the tournament.
And we'll see if in the future this heads for a one-location girls tournament on this quarterfinal day. It's really good to see, too, a lot of the boys' teams coming out to support the girls' squads. As Marissa Sharek, the freshman, picks up her first point. 2 for 2 at the line. Well done by the rookie, hitting her free throws.
Frankie likes that.
Frankie free throws, loves that. Good pass down low, inside, a little hook shot, no good. And heading to the line will be Gianna Gista. Gets good on the first. Good on the second. Well done by the sophomore. Under 30 seconds to play.
You will have that Trumbull Ward rematch Tuesday night.
Trumbull's only loss on the season.
54-53.
It is 54-36 in this one. With 20 seconds remaining, Kate Rudder heads to the free throw line. Off with the first. Knocks down the second, though. Well done. This one dribbled all the way around, and will stay with Trumbull with 12 seconds remaining. Going inside, tied up, a jump ball. Up top to Lesko, back inside. And with 2 and 1, that is going to do it from Norwalk. 54-37 the final. We'll step aside quickly and be back with our player of the game right after this on the HAN Network. First of all, congratulations on to the semifinals. Obviously, defense was a point of emphasis today. Talk us through what the message was from Coach.
Defense had a lot of energy on defense. We kept up the pace. We went for all the steals. We tried trapping their point guard, which is the only ball handler that they had. So we did a really good job with that.
Let's talk a little bit about the depth of this team. You guys could honestly run 2 platoons, so many subs coming in and out. How big of an advantage is that for the Eagles heading into the semifinals?
That is really big when you have, 2 post players over 6 foot tall that are good in the paint. We also have a 3-point shooters will help as well.
Now you get Fairfield Ward in the semifinals, the only team that beat you this year. Is there a little extra motivation heading into that one now with the Mustangs?
Yeah, definitely. I think if we play the same way we played on defense today and on Tuesday, we have a chance of beating them.
Well, Claudia, thank you so much. Congratulations again, and we'll see you on Tuesday night.
Thank you.
Alongside Claudia Tucci, our player of the game, I'm Frank Granito. We'll step aside one more time. We'll be back to put a wrap on the first half of our doubleheader right after this on the HAN Network.
Get a fresh start to the new year by shaking up your meal routine. Walter Stewart's Market is your local source for a delicious selection of fresh and convenient salad shakers, like Southwest salad with chicken, Cobb with organic chicken, Power Vegan with fruit and quinoa, Greek salad with tabbouleh, and grilled shrimp with hominy. Grab one from our salad case or order from our deli today. Walter Stewart's Market, 229 Elm Street, New Canaan, or shop online at stewartsmarket.com.
On time, done right, safe and reliable. MrHandymanCT.com.
Let our satisfied customers tell it.
I have called Mr. Handyman for every reason, every occasion, every broken item, every leak. They have bailed me out on many occasions, and I would recommend them to anyone.
For any project, large or small.
MrHandymanCT.com.
Back on the HAN Network, Frank Granito and John Kovach. Trumbull, a 54-37 winner. Business as usual for the Eagles in round one.
Just Trumbull being Trumbull, and now they'll get a chance to avenge that one blemish on their record, that loss to Fairfield Ward.
We've just learned that Trumbull and Fairfield Ward will be the late game in the semifinals on Tuesday night. From what you saw in both games today, who do you give the advantage to and for what reason?
Oh, Trumbull, and Trumbull did what they had to do. Ward, it came down to 1 point, and Ward did some things that they need to fix. I talked a little to Coach Dave Danko. He'd like to see him hit their free throws better. He felt that kept it close. I think they're going to have to not give as many clean looks as they gave to Norwalk, because they escaped in a way, because there were a lot of clean looks that Norwalk did not hit.
One thing that stood out to me, free throws. Ward struggling down the stretch. Trumbull able to convert all the way through that fourth quarter. It'll be number 1 and number 5 in the late game. Who will be on the other side of the bracket? We'll find out shortly. I'm off to Ridgefield. We've got Danbury and Stanford coming up at 5 o'clock, followed by Ridgefield and Reading. John, a lot of fun. Happy to have you back on the hardwood.
I know, it's my first hardwood. Go up and have fun with the guys.
For John Kovach, I'm